Big day today. Went to Canadian Tire to spend my $50. Check this out. Like I was saying in my last video, I have been collecting metric tools since I have a lot of old Imperial tools from my old cars. And so today, took my $50 at Canadian Tire, my free gift card, and got a 30-piece metric wrench set. Was regular about $120. Was on sale for $49.99. So totally paid for it with my gift card and had to pay the tax, $2.50. Love it. All right, Canadian Tire, let's do this. 30-piece, all metric friendly wrench set. We do this now. Big bomb proof. $22 all the way down to $6. These are cool for my working on my bikes too, so new set of wrenches. Sweet. All right, summer. I laugh and say summer because I just washed the car, and literally as soon as I finished washing the car and wiping it down, there was like a snow flurry. Only in Alberta. So today, gonna run through quickly while I've got some sunlight, a few quick summer setups for the car. Mostly I want to think about driving and how it's driving. Just had it in the shop. Oil, filters, all my general maintenance is done. Most of you know this car's got very low kilometers. It's about 16,000 kilometers. So not much to do as far as maintenance. But I have just changed the wheels about a month ago. Haven't put a ton of miles on. And so a couple things I want to do. Check my the lugs and make sure that they're still tensioned up where they should be. Check my air. This car, I know with these wheels, I mean, it's a very low profile on my Nitto and 205, so I seem to lose some air. Like every month I'm probably losing a pound or so. So we're gonna check that out. Make sure I'm running, probably 32 to 35 is okay. 32 will give me more grip. But the way I like to drive, I drive fast and I want it to drift. So probably put a little bit more pressure in if it gets a little bit too low. And then the one other thing we haven't really touched on is if you saw my winter video for setting up my Teins suspension, I set it up pretty soft, probably half the tension I could put on it as far as my rebound goes. And so now that summer, they've actually just finished cleaning the streets here, thank God. I'll probably get a new windshield now that I've chipped my windshield. That's another video if you haven't seen that one. I chipped my brand new windshield. But definitely going to go around the car, set up the front and the rear a little bit stiffer again. And from what I found and what I'm learning by adjusting the Teins and trying different settings, I definitely like it to go a little bit softer in the front. Gives it a little bit easier turn in, maybe a little more comfortable in my drive as well, a little comfortable feeling. You don't get shocked so much by bumps. And then we'll definitely get to the rear and actually make it a little bit stiffer than I had it before. So I'm not going to go all the way stiff like we had it last year, but I've got 28 settings. I'm probably going to run it up to about 24 this year and see how that goes. So check it out. Here's my quick tap. I'll probably get this try to keep this video under 10 minutes and just do a roundabout on the car and be ready for some summer driving. Cheers, check it out. Hey everybody, having a good laugh here. It's a sunny day, pretty sunny, and it was just snowing. Bizarre. Getting ready to set up Teins again for the summer. If you remember from my my winter setup video, we ran back. There's 24 adjustments on my front suspension on the Teins to adjust the damping and the spring back. So we had it set up about halfway for winter. Gave me a lot smoother ride, especially through snowy bumps. But I'm finding now we've got the summer tires on, the bigger wheels. When I'm hitting bumps at speed, I'm starting to bounce. And so usually that's a sign that your rebound is a little bit too soft. So we're going to crank it down, not all the way. Last year I actually ran right all the way to the hardest setting. This time we're going to come back to about 25%. So that's about 6 clicks. Just to make sure that I did this right too. It's hard to tell sometimes when these things are moving around. See if I can get a good angle. I wound it back 6 clicks just to see where it was. On my passenger side it was fine. On my driver's side it actually had shifted a little bit, so I was off by 2. So what I've done is I've gone all the way hard, that's to the right, and then I'm going to come back 6. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So this is all the way hard as it goes. Six. There you go. You probably saw if you miss or you skip through a bunch of clicks, just go back and start again. So I went all the way hard, backed off 6, and we'll try that out. Now around the back is a little more tricky. The back end is so sick now. All right. So if you don't remember from last time, or if you didn't watch, we've got to pull this liner. We've got 4 or 5 clips on each side. And there's a handy tool inside if you got an FRS or a BRZ and you don't know this. You can see it here. Not that you need any real tools, but the stock screwdriver that comes with is actually double-sided. And so if you flip it out to the flathead side, it's actually the perfect size for popping those clips. Gonna do the rest now. All right, so clips are out. This liner just peels back. You don't have to actually take it all apart. We just need to get here. This is the top of our Teins coilover. On the back, here's my trick for summer. The back actually has 28 settings. For whatever reason, the front has 24. So right now we're at 14. We want to leave the back a little bit stiffer, so it'll actually give it a little more room to move, make it easier to drift. So instead of taking this back another 7, we're going to take it back to, so that would be 21. We're going to take it back to 24. So that would be another 10. So just like the front, we just go right to make it tight. Now actually, since I'm so close to the end, it should be only 4 more to the end, so I'm just going to check. Actually, that was perfect, so we'll go back 4. All right, so that's 24 out of 28. We'll try that. Now I'm going to flip the other side and do the same. All right. Passenger side, same thing. Taking it all the way tight and then rolling it back. I think I skipped one. So that's only back 4, that's pretty tight. Let's check this out. And the sun's out, check that out. All right, one more thing with the summer setup. You all know I just switched my tires out probably less than a month ago. Maybe a little soon, it's been snowing. But what all the shops will recommend is go back after 100K, you know, I've definitely put on more than 100K. But check the lugs again and just make sure they're where they should be. Because usually when you first mount your tires, it'll slack off a little bit. So we've got Canada Tire Special. The setup on this car, new wheels, new lugs, but they're the stock bolts. So on the original setup, calls for 89 pounds. So we're gonna do that. I need an extra hand. All good? All right, one last thing. It's a little fussy, but like I said, I've been running the tires for about a month. Going to just double check all my pressures. After storing the tires for the winter, we were down almost 5 pounds in pressure. But I put them on, it was pretty cold. So let's just check this out. Let's see if I can focus on that. All right. Running a pretty consistent 32 all around. Probably I'm just going to top that up a little bit. All right. So car's in good shape. Pressure's down a little bit, but we'll probably tap that up a bit. Lug's mostly good. I had one tire that was off a little bit, so good thing we checked that out. And the suspension, let's test it and see how it works out. Let's go, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let's have a good summer.